Does this sound like you? You've been trying to manifest your dream reality for years. You've tried affirmations, gratitude journals, and vision boards, and you've even meditated until your legs went numb. But here's the problem. You're still stuck in the same patterns and you don't know how to break free from them. What if I told you that the real secret to manifesting was never about positive thinking or visualization? What if the most brilliant mind in modern history, Nikola Tesla, left a blueprint that has nothing to do with what the self-help gurus have been teaching you? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Sean, and I've been on a spiritual journey for over 30 years. And today I'm going to share Tesla's lost manifestation secret that the spiritual community has completely missed. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why your current approach has been working against you and not for you. And here's what nobody tells you about manifestation. It's not a mental game. It's a game of building energy. And Tesla understood this better than anyone who's ever lived. But here's the thing that's going to blow your mind. Tesla wasn't just an inventor. He was a mystic who cracked the code of how consciousness interfaces with reality. While everyone else was trying to think their way to success, Tesla was working with the invisible forces that actually create physical matter. You see, most people approach manifestation by trying to convince the universe to give them something. They beg, they plead, then they hope. But Tesla discovered that the universe doesn't respond to your thoughts. It responds to your frequency, and there's a massive difference between the two. Your thoughts are just surface level chatter, but your frequency, that's the deep electromagnetic signature that your entire being is broadcasting 24/7. And here's the kicker. Most people have no idea what frequency they're actually putting out there. Let me paint you a picture of what's really happening. You sit down, you do your morning visualization. You picture your dream life, you feel the emotions, and you recite your affirmations. And for those 20 minutes, you're genuinely excited about your future. But then what happens? You check your bank account and the fear starts to creep in. You go to work and you start to complain about your boss. Or you scroll social media and start comparing yourself to others. And you're walking around in a constant state of anxiety. For those 20 minutes, you were broadcasting abundance. There's no doubt about it. But for the other 23 hours and 40 minutes, you were broadcasting fear, lack, and survival. And the universe, it's not responding to the 20 minutes of meditation. It's responding to your dominant frequency. And that's the signal you're transmitting most of the time. This is why people can try to manifest for years, but can't create the big results. They're trying to override their unconscious programming with these surface level tools. But your unconscious mind generates your real frequency. And until you learn to reprogram yourself at that deeper level, you're fighting a losing battle. Tesla understood this. He knew that to change your outer world, you had to change your internal frequency at the unconscious level. Not just your thoughts, not just your emotions, but the actual electromagnetic signature that your energy body sends out to the universe. So what did Tesla discover that changed everything? He found that the universe operates on what's called scalar waves. These are frequencies that exist beyond the electromagnetic spectrum. These are the frequencies where consciousness directly interfaces with physical matter. This is where your intentions have the power to create your reality. That's very important. But here's the part that they don't teach you in a physics class. Tesla discovered that the human energy body is naturally designed to generate those scalar waves. Your body is literally a broadcasting station for your consciousness. Tesla spent years studying the relationship between human consciousness and these invisible forces. He found that when you align your energy body with specific frequency patterns, you don't just attract what you want, you literally collapse the quantum field around the reality you were focusing on. Think about it this way. Every possibility already exists in what we call the field of infinite potential. So your job isn't to create something new, it's to tune into the frequency of the reality you want and collapse that possibility into your physical experience. Make it real. Tesla called this conscious resonance, and he developed specific techniques to achieve it. But here's where it gets interesting. These techniques had nothing to do with positive thinking or visualization. They were energy practices designed to reprogram your unconscious mind at the unconscious level. So here's Tesla's actual manifestation secret. And this is going to challenge everything you think you know about how this works. Tesla discovered that manifestation happens in 3 stages. Stage 1 is mental manifestation. This is where most people live. You think about what you want, you visualize it, and you try to affirm it. But you're only using your conscious mind, which controls maybe 5% of your behavior. Stage 2 is emotional manifestation. This is where you start to feel the reality you want to create. You generate those emotions of already having what you desire. This is more powerful because emotions can add some fuel to the fire, but you're still only scratching the surface. And stage 3 is frequency manifestation. This is Tesla's secret. This is where you actually reprogram your unconscious mind to broadcast the frequency of your desired reality. Not just when you're meditating or visualizing, but as your default setting all the time. Tesla found that your unconscious mind operates like a radio transmitter. It's constantly broadcasting a signal based on your deepest beliefs, your unhealed trauma, and your childhood programming. And that signal is what determines your reality. So Tesla developed what he called scalar wave entrainment, specific energy practices that could reprogram your unconscious mind. These practices work directly with your energy body to shift your default frequency. And here's something else I learned. When you change your frequency at the unconscious level, you don't have to try to manifest anymore. Your new reality just starts showing up because you're broadcasting a much more powerful signal. Now you might be thinking, Sean, this sounds amazing, but how do I actually do this? Here's the thing. Tesla's original techniques were incredibly complex. He was working with electrical equipment and frequency generators that most people don't have access to. But the principles behind his work can be applied using advanced energy practices that work directly with your body's natural electromagnetic field. And this is exactly what I teach in my advanced energy system. These practices are designed to do what Tesla's machines did: reprogram your unconscious mind at the frequency level, at the base level. The system works by first building up life force energy through specific breathing and movement techniques. This gives you the energetic capacity to actually access and reprogram your unconscious patterns. Then you use an ancient ritual that works directly with your energy system to install new frequency patterns. These aren't just mental exercises. These are energetic technologies that create lasting change at the cellular level. And the result, your unconscious mind starts broadcasting the frequency of your desired reality as your default setting. You stop trying to manifest and you start living in your new frequency. I've seen people completely transform their lives in 3 to 6 months using these practices, not because they got better at visualizing, but because they transformed their unconscious frequency. Imagine what your life would look like if you weren't constantly fighting against your own unconscious blocks. Imagine if your default frequency was aligned with abundance, love, and creative expression instead of fear, lack, and anxiety. Picture waking up each morning knowing that you're already living in alignment with your highest potential. This isn't a fantasy. This is what happens when you apply Tesla's real manifestation secret. When you stop trying to override your unconscious mind and start reprogramming it instead. People who understand this principle aren't struggling to manifest. They're the ones who seem to effortlessly attract opportunities, relationships, and experience that align with their deepest desire. If you're tired of surface level manifestation techniques that only work temporarily, if you're ready to reprogram your unconscious mind and change your default frequency, then I want to invite you to learn more about the advanced energy practices that I teach. There's a link in the description below. I want to thank you for watching the video, and I'm wishing you all the best in your spiritual journey.